My next door neighbor was polishing a Mercedes-Benz, and I was in my shop polishing Halfwood Press number 7, Galleon number 7. And I thought, it's kind of the same.
Hi, I'm Bill Ritchie, and today I'm going to start the test for press number 7, Galleon Press number 7. This one goes to Kim Joo-hee in Paris. I'll start by showing what she gets with her Galleon Press. She gets the Galleon Halfwood Press user manual, and inside is the certificate of authenticity, a couple of postcards. She'll get the Allen wrench for making sure that the set screws are tight on the wheel. She'll get the DVD that you're watching right now. Felt blankets, complete set of 3 felt blankets, the roller blanket, the cushion or forming blanket, and the new sizing catcher. For the demonstration and the test today, I'll use a registration method because it's a 2-plate print. This is a piece of mylar with registration marks running down the center with a T at the top of the paper, the top of the plate, and the tail is a center line. The plate I'm printing is an etching, but this is not a printing demonstration as much as it is a test, just to be sure that the press is fully functional and working before we send it to France. Now that I've got the plate wiped, ready to print, I'll clean the edges and then I'll go set up the press. The Galleon press has 2 features. One is that there's a chain linking the pressure adjustments, the pressure screws. So when you turn one, they both turn. We put what we call roller rulers on the side that help you keep track of the pressure that's best for your printing after you've made some trials. Another feature, a main feature of the press, is that it is rack driven. The bed is driven by a gear on each side and a rack underneath the bed. And since it's rack driven, it doesn't require any pressure to move the bed. On the hub of the driving wheel are 2 set screws, one here and one here. These are 1/8 inch set screws, 1/4 inch, but driven with an 1/8 inch Allen wrench, brand new hard steel, to make sure that these are kept tight. I should point out too that the shaft has a flat spot called a dimple where one of the set screws sets. That ensures that this shaft, this hub, will not slip on the shaft. But you always have to be careful not to put on too much leverage on this wheel, because you could conceivably cause something to slip inside. The bed, by the way, is made of polycarbonate sheet under the trade name of Lexan. It's indestructible, virtually indestructible, but it can get scratched. In fact, the more you use it, undoubtedly the more scratchy it'll become, but doesn't have any effect on its printing. Now I'm ready to load the felts blankets into the press. The sizing catcher will go down first, next to the paper. The cushion or the forming blanket is second, and the roller is on the top. Since this is the first time I've printed on this press, I won't know for sure what the pressure setting should be. That's what trial proofs are for. The roller ruler says it's on the third mark under the D. My practice is to warm the plate. It softens the ink slightly. Makes a better impression, I think. The paper is arches cover. It soaked for a couple of hours, and then I blotted off the surface water and I put it into a plastic bag. I roll it back so that I can see the T and the cross mark. The top goes up to the top line where it says, or that is the second line where there's a little mark, a little cross mark. This print also uses a little bit of chine-colle. So after I've placed my paper, again it has a T, and it goes next to the top line. Then I start it through just till the paper is caught under the felt blanket. Roll it back so I can see the area where my stamp goes. This is a quick and dirty method of chine-colle, where I just take a little yes paste and daub it onto the back of the dampened paper. That goes face down on the plate, and we roll it through. We still don't know whether our pressure is correct. I would say it's not correct. I'm going to give it half turn more pressure. That feels better. I don't want to try it too tight, otherwise, as I said, it could cause something to skid, a gear to slip, or something like that. There's the first trial proof. I could stand for a little more pressure. It'll go back into the damp book. That does it for the little triangle plate, and it is the same size as the first plate, only it is 22 gauge. The other was 16, and because it's so much thinner, I will tighten up the press quite a bit and print the second color. I tightened up the press probably a full turn and a half or 2 turns. This plate has marks on it just like the first plate. It's my practice to write moment numbers, which is the year and the month and the day and the time, which by the 24-hour clock is 16:15. There's the first trial proof with both colors. Well, that concludes the test for Galleon Halfwood Press number 7 on its way to Paris now. Thanks for watching. I'm Bill Ritchie. Making halfwood presses to me is like making musical instruments and then having to play them. This is testing period. So it must be like that when a guitar maker or a flute maker is making their instruments and they try it out and they see how it plays out.